This is about the fucked up situation going on in Iraq. And if anybody's been following the news, you know that there's been a lot of fucking building tension with Iran. They desperately want to fucking go into Iran to distract us from Iraq, just like they did with Afghanistan. Fucking has 2 years left in office and they're gonna fucking go into Iran.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Daniel. I'm with the AWC, and I'd like to welcome you to today's march, a week after the 4th anniversary of the invasion of Iraq.
But who's counting? I mean, who's keeping track of the kids who died whose skin is black? At 19 months old, she was a terrible advocate for herself. And in that case, she was mostly alone, hence the beating death. We could tell Brianna about personal responsibility, or her parents about how to stay calm when you're hungry, your baby's crying, and there's just no food, because there's just no jobs, because there is just no economy for the working person, because we have to feed the war machine.
My name is Dave, and I'm involved with a punk band called Behind Enemy Lines, a political band that I've been doing for, I think, about 7 years. I've been involved in other political bands before that. Politics has always been a big part of music to me. It's always been a good outlet for what I feel and what I'm into and what I want to say. As far as getting a message across to people, it's a great medium to convey that message. I've always been interested in politics for as long as I can remember, just as seeing what happens in our world and everything around us and how that affects us.
With troops stretched so thin, military doctors ignored heart conditions, high blood pressure, severe knee injuries, and many other conditions. I stood in formation by one man who collapsed as he passed his 3rd kidney stone. I must say that I was not surprised at the recent testimony by my fellow veterans of negligence at the Walter Reed treatment facilities. Higher command often ignored or did not pass on basic logistical information that we provided to them. The first U.S. military in camp we drove to had not been informed we were coming and did not have a place for us to stay. They kicked us out. We stayed that night underneath our truck trailers outside the camp with gunfire going on in the next near distance.
Why am I against the war?
Yeah, pretty much, what do you hear? How are you affected by this war? What is it about the war that you do not like?
First, I lived for many years in the Middle East. I have many friends, Palestinians and Arab friends. The idea that this country is slaughtering them, we think 600,000 in Iraq alone, is just an abominable crime. And that your country has been hijacked by a group of crooks, absolutely, who are just inflicting terrible damage upon the war. So these protests won't stop the crooks from continuing their evil actions, but at least we can help to...
We can gather in numbers at least, you know?
You took the jobs out of the heartland. You took the farming out of the heartland. Now you're taking the children out of the heartland. You're trying to pluck the very heart out of this land by demasculating 2 complete generations and then offering them a way to get it back by picking up an M16 and fighting for your investments. And they do. They guard the workers from Halliburton and Blackwater who make 6 figures compared to their monthly salary at war, which calculates to $1 an hour. So we call them hero. We take away their permission to feel differently. We put them on a pedestal of strength to keep them silent, but you know what? They don't believe it anymore. America don't believe it anymore. I don't believe it anymore. Peace! You guys
since I was a teenager, I started getting into just following the news and what's going on and newspapers, and I was always into like political cartooning a lot, and just started to get involved in activism then, and saw how things in the world angered me and bothered me as to what I thought was wrong with the world, and so I would make an attempt to get involved in different things to try to do something to better our community, I guess, better the world in some small way.
We're the capital! That's what it's at! We'll keep dropping our bombs until it's nothing that's left! We don't need actual evidence! The ceiling engines fake! Got the promise and profit and the resources create! Bleaching our forests, serve the American dream! Tapping the hard serves to run our machine! We rule this world! We have their to know us! Feeling the past to legitimize our crime! They won't stand with us now! Let's follow! Possible empires will never cease! Wrapping either underneath or under our heel! Force inside our fingers on the blood! Continue while I reign in the world in blood! Like our country! Not reality! Our leaders have a war mentality! We're living in a forfeit!
America is my hometown, and I want my neighborhood back. I want Mike. I want Toby. I want Steve. I want Nick. I want Hugo's cousin. I want Mick and Jeremy, because they are my soldiers. They are from my class, the working class, because you know we breed the best fighters. You know we breed the best fighters. So, if we all quit working, you wouldn't even know how to cut your own hair. We build it, we make it, we defend it, and where I come from, that means it's ours. We want our country back.
My opinion about war, that all war is evil. And I feel really sorry for mankind if he hasn't become enlightened, more enlightened by now, to take care of conflict than war.
Take care of each other, you know?
Well, we don't know how to communicate, obviously, if we have to anonymously bomb people and then feel good about it. So I feel very sad for the human race, period, if this is how far we've come, which isn't far, considering we did the same thing in medieval times, all the way back in history.